My name is Joanna Sinclair. I'm 37 years old. The night I came home with a layoff notice folded neatly inside my bag, my sister didn't ask if I was okay. She didn't ask what happened. She didn't even look worried. She just looked up from her phone and said, "Who's going to pay my car loan now?" And my mom? She nodded, like that was a completely reasonable first question. My dad didn't say a word. He just walked past me into my room, opened the closet, pulled out a cardboard box, and started packing my things. Right there, in front of my aunt, in front of the neighbor, in front of people who were still holding warm cups of tea. He said my sister needed my room more than I did. And I just stood there, in that hallway, holding 15 years of payments in my name. Mortgage, insurance, bills, loans. And suddenly, none of it mattered. What they didn't know, what none of them knew, could have changed everything. But by the time they found out, I was already gone. Before I take you back to that night, real quick, if you've ever felt taken for granted, hit that like button. And if stories like this hit close to home, subscribe. Also, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? And what time is it right now? I read every single one. Now, let me take you back. It was a Tuesday evening in March, the kind of day that feels normal until it doesn't. The fluorescent lights in the conference room buzzed like they always did, but that day, they sounded louder, sharpened. My manager sat across from me. Next to him, someone from HR I'd never seen before. There was a folder on the table, my name printed on the tab. That's when you know. Company-wide restructuring, he said. We're eliminating 40% of the analytics division. 12 years. 12 years at that firm. No bad reviews, top-performing clients, late nights, weekends. None of that fit inside that folder. I signed the papers, took the box they handed me, and walked out by noon. In the parking garage, I sat in my car for 11 minutes. I counted. Then I called Greg Whitmore, my business partner. "I got laid off," I said. He didn't even pause. "Then it's time, Joe. The firm's ready. Austin is waiting. When do you fly down?" I should have said that night. I should have said immediately. Instead, I said, "Let me go home first. Let me tell my family." There was a pause. "Joe, you sure about that?" I wasn't, but I drove anyway. 45 minutes down I-75, same route I'd taken hundreds of times, past the Walmart, past the church, past the mailbox my payments had kept standing for years. When I pulled in, I counted the cars. 4. That meant people. That meant witnesses. I didn't even get the chance to speak. The moment I stepped inside, "So it's true? You got fired?" Megan, cross-legged, phone in hand, watching me like entertainment. "Laid off," I said. "There's a difference." "Whatever," she shrugged, then turned to my mom. "Mom, seriously, who's paying my car loan now?" And that's when I realized. They already knew. They'd known all day. They'd sat there, eating lemon squares, discussing my life like it was a topic on a talk show. Let me take you back a little further, because that moment didn't come out of nowhere. It was built, slowly, over years. At 22, I graduated with a finance degree, got a job within weeks. I started helping my family right away. At first, it was small, $500 a month. Groceries, bills. It felt good. It felt like purpose. Then came medical bills. Then came insurance. Then came the mortgage. Before I knew it, I was carrying everything. 15 years, over $300,000, gone. No receipts, no recognition, just expectation. And somewhere along the way, helping stopped being helping and started being assumed. Back in that living room, my mother folded her hands. That was her decision already made posture. "Megan needs a proper room. You're barely home. It makes sense. You want me to move out? I want you to think about your sister." Megan added, "You don't have kids. You don't have a husband. You're flexible." Flexible. That word stayed with me. When did you decide this? This morning. That morning, while I was being laid off, they were erasing me. I walked into my room. Half my things were already gone. My graduation photo? Removed. Just a nail left in the wall. Then my dad walked in with a box, started packing. No eye contact. Your sister needs this house more than you do. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. That was my role. The one who's always fine. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just left. 2 boxes, 1 trip. Nobody followed me. I drove until I couldn't anymore, pulled into a gas station, and sat there. That's when it hit me. Not the job, not even the eviction, the photo. They removed me from the wall before I even knew I was gone. That night, I called Greg. I'm coming to Austin. About time, he said. And just like that, my life changed. Austin felt different. Not louder, not brighter, just lighter. For the first time in years, no one needed anything from me. I got an apartment, started working full-time at the company Greg and I had quietly built, a company my family never knew about, because they never asked. But here's the part that might surprise you. Even after everything, I was still paying their bills. Mortgage, insurance, car, every month. Because part of me thought, maybe they'd call. Maybe they'd say sorry. They didn't. For 16 days, nothing. Until my phone rang. Megan. Hey, my insurance is due. Can you handle it? No, how are you? No, where are you? Just money. That was the moment. Not the boxes, not the layoff, that. That night, I wrote an email. Professional, clear. 30-day notice, all payments ending. No emotion, just facts. I hovered over send for a long time. Then I clicked it. The next morning, chaos. Calls, messages, anger. But not one single message asking if I was okay. And that told me everything. Now, pause for a second. If you've ever been the one everyone depends on, but no one checks on, I want you to comment, I see you, because I promise you're not alone. The weeks after that, hard, but also clear. The company grew. New clients, new opportunities. For the first time, my effort came back to me. Meanwhile, back home, reality hit. Hard. Bills piled up, the car got repossessed, the house struggled, and suddenly the flexible one wasn't there anymore. Then came the turning point. Our company's grand opening. Big event. Clients, partners, people who respected me. And right in the middle of it, the doors opened. My family walked in. My mother looked around, stunned. My sister, confused. My dad, quiet. Why didn't you tell us about this? My mom demanded. I looked at her. You cleared my room before I got home. Silence. Then Megan said, you had money this whole time and you let them take my car? And that's when I realized nothing had changed. But then my dad stepped forward and said 2 words he'd never said before. I'm sorry. Not perfect, not complete, but real. And sometimes that's where healing starts. Now, I want to ask you something. If someone hurt you deeply and then apologized, would you forgive them or walk away? Drop your answer below. Months passed. Life stabilized. My sister got a job. My parents adjusted. My dad and I started talking again. Slowly, carefully. My mom, she tried. For the first time, she admitted she was wrong. And me? I found something I didn't even know I was missing. Peace. Not perfect happiness, not a fairy tale ending, just peace. And if there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's this. You are allowed to stop. Stopping doesn't make you selfish, it makes you honest. Because some people don't miss you, they miss what you do for them. My name is Joanna Sinclair. I built a life I'm proud of. I set boundaries, and for the first time, I stopped being fine for everyone else. If you made it this far, thank you. Seriously, you didn't have to stay, but you did. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been the one holding everything together? Or have you realized too late what someone meant to you? Tell me in the comments. And if this story meant something to you, like, share, and subscribe. There's more coming, and next time, we go even deeper. Take care of yourself first, because not everyone else will.